Here we are. Here we are. Let's see if we can't get the word out a bit. Let's see what's right here. And we'll go ahead and here's some of the other aspects I need to get done. Plug a little. There we go. All right, perfect. Yeah, it's nice to be able to get the opportunity to have the chance to stare into the eyes of my beloved, especially in the beautiful green maid's outfit that she's made for herself. It's just so beautiful. Like I could see, like, if she stays Ellison, if Skyla stays Ellison, I would want her to always dress like this if she plays White Mage. Like this is such a perfect glamour for her. The green, she looks so beautiful in green, and I cannot help but appreciate choice. If she stays Ellison, like this is what I want her to be for the White Mage glamour. It just looks so beautiful, and so I'm really looking forward to hopefully having her come along with me, because tonight we have an opportunity to finish another level 70. So that is going to be the pursuit of the evening, and hopefully you guys will get to enjoy the experience with me. So hey there, Miguel, and also to a new viewer to the channel, I'd Cabbage 481. Welcome to Let's Play Novaura Autism. Welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you guys with us this evening as well as everyone else. So, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Novaura Autism for another edition of A Day in the Life of Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. So, tonight for Matthia, it is the completion of the Dark Knight story within Stormblood. So, this evening we'll be getting him to level 70 because we are very close to that magic number. Only need 2.5 million points in order to get the job done. And then once we've gotten there, we'll be able to do what needs to be done to advance further. So, to let you guys know ahead of time, I have been getting ready. I have got my 330 Claymore. I've got my 330 Dark Knight Claymore for when I reach the milestone. Of course, I already have all my other armor from the Paladin leveling that'll be used for my tank for Dark Knight also. So that will be used this evening, so hopefully we'll be able to make it happen and get that milestone achieved. Well, thank you so much there, Eyed Cabbage. It's nice to have that vote of confidence. It's greatly appreciated. If you're really interested, I'd love to encourage you to get your friends, family, anyone you know to come and watch my videos as well, and as well as my live streams. So any support that can be brought about is always greatly appreciated, and I hope that we'll be able to give you guys a good experience this evening with getting my Dark Knight to level 70. And then tomorrow evening, Corinne will be getting her White Mage to level 70, because she's actually really close. She's actually less than 1 million points away from that milestone, so hopefully we'll be able to get both of those stories resolved this evening. So who else is currently on? Just myself, Winter, and Skyla. Okay. Let's see if we can get either or both of them to come. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Let me check you out here for a moment. Oh, you don't have anything as of yet. I guess you're aspiring to put up some videos of your own. Well, while I wait their responses, I'm going to go ahead and get the opportunity to check on my retainers real quick. Also want to go check my the squadron as well. But I don't think they're actually not ready. I'll bring Sally in though. Oops, no, I don't want to speak with Jandelan. How are my retainers done? Alright, I was able to saw off a few things. I'll go ahead and... Oh, I also have materia as well I can sell off, alright. And this one... Yeah, it can go for about the same money. Wow. Oh, is that Winter? Oh, okay, Winter's 2 tank roulettes if you still need the experience then. No, I don't think I'll be worrying about that. Also, I've been very fortunate with both Matthia and Corinne got this minion to drop over from Hell's Lid. And right now its value is in the millions, so right now I'm seeing if I can sell either them or both of them over a million gil. At last check, this thing, the White Witret, was valued over 2 million. And it still remains that way. So yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. If we can get either or both of them sold at 2 million gil, that would be great. Okay, and this over here. Alright, selling a bunch of little stuff. Okay, let's get the Gagna eggs sold off. Ooh, they're going for pretty good money right now. Sell those. So the Gagna skin, we'll put it at 500. And then the Battle Dance 6. It's not going for all that much. That's unfortunate. We'll sell off the silver pieces though. Alright, nothing else for me to take care of. Oh! Okay, I wasn't realizing I was selling 2 different stacks of skins, so alright. we'll send you on your way. Alright, it looks like Scott is all ready to go with her pistol. So let's go ahead and take it over into the leveling roulette. Didn't have to wait long for a queue. Alright, fair enough there, Eyed Cabbage. And we got, so this is gonna be an easy one. Kefka Savage is ridiculous? Oh, is that so? Well, we drew Tantara. So this takes away a lot of my abilities, but I think we'll be able to compensate from the bonus alone. So let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, can't always get the best dungeons. I mean, heck, honestly, I would prefer to have had Castlevania, but I think this will be okay. Well, that's why they call them roulettes, because you can get stuck with pretty much anything. Yeah, and even Winter noticed also. There's a little extra bonus from the battle manual. Well, pretty much everything, with the exception of the extra roulette, is a leveling roulette. Well, they do have those. They have the regular leveling roulette, which is the regular main story dungeons, as well as the 56 roulette, which is a high level roulette, and the 70 as well, but that doesn't really help you at all as far as building experience levels, because of course the maximum level is 70. Yeah, I am almost at that number. It took me, though, over 5 years to get there, though. Like, like, for what it's worth, I really thought that I would have been there in about 3 years at that number. Well, no, but it will, no, ladies, but it will get you, they compensate by giving you a higher experience bonus for completing the roulette. Like, the lower the dungeon that you get for leveling roulette, the higher your experience bonus that you get for completing it. So in that manner, they compensate for saying, hey, we know that you got stuck with a low-level dungeon, but take this higher experience bonus as compensation. Meanwhile, hey there Ichigo, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Okay, that explains why we're here. It's because the Arcanist was at level 20 coming in. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, we're not just here for just out of random because of the roulettes, because it's one of the few places that the Arcanist could go. Was here to Tantara. Like, coming in they were at level 20, so they only ever had Sastasha, Copperbell, and Halatali. There were not many options for her to go in regards to leveling her Arcanist. Yeah, like, because if she was like in the level 30s or 40s, then you of course have more options. What pray tell are you watching? Is it this, or is it something else? Yeah, you kind of taking a page out of my playbook there, Skyla. Yeah, I'll listen to a lot of stuff for YouTube. In fact, what I've really been into lately are the games done. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with Awesome Games Done Quick, like the series of charity webcasts there where they try and raise as much money as they can for various charities. Well, I've really taken an interest in watching some of their various people who do speed runs, and that's actually one of the groups that's inspired me to start taking up speed running in these streams lately. Are these guys at Awesome Games Done Quick who like will glitch these games and find really clever ways to beat the in ways that are you would never think of doing them, and they can beat them in such a fast time that it just makes your head spin. You're like, I could never do that normally in real life. Like the one that really caught my attention the most, the one that I caught attention for me the most, and it is in my favorites list in my videos, is in my favorites list, was a run from this year's AGDQ, from this year's Awesome Games Done Quick, by a Twitch streamer by the name of NES Cardinality, who did a speedrun of the original Dragon Warrior, which is from the original game of the Dragon Quest series. And he was able to, like, in the game that Dragon Warrior, grinding is the primary source of the action in the game, but for the most part, like, this guy was able to avoid grinding altogether, and he was able to beat the game at a far lower experience level than what is recommended. Like, when you're trying to beat the game, it's usually recommended that you're at the very least experience level 20. He beat the game at experience level 7 because he was able to understand how the random encounters worked in such a way that he could avoid them altogether and only fight the enemies that he needed to fight, so that he ended up only getting to experience level 7 when the recommendation is that is to beat the game at least experience level 20, and he beat the game in just over 27 minutes. Like that's like, if you've seen that video, that one really is the one that has caught my eye the most from the Awesome Games Done Quick. I also spent pretty much all of yesterday while playing this and leveling up my 2019 Warrior of Light, listening to the Final Fantasy VII stream that a guy pulled an all-nighter on, and he beat the game at experience level 36, when most people are beating at experience level 60, and he beat the game in just under 8 hours. Because he was able to use materia in a way that I never thought you could use booze normally. And he was able to use materia that's supposed to be like complete RNG, and it only works by just random luck. He was able to use it to not only beat bosses, but also score insane damage on them. And I was like, how is that possible? Because skills and abilities like that are just totally random and have a very poor chance of success. And yet he was scoring with these skills every time for insane damage at a very low experience level. I just could not believe what I was seeing. But that's one of the things about the people who are part of Awesome Games Done Quick, the Twitch people who go and play these games, is that they know all these crazy tricks that you would never in a million years even think of at all. It was just so unreal. Like there's someone who I've really paid attention to recently as well. On top of that, a guy who actually does a bit of speedrunning himself, but also does news on speedrunning, and his name is R. White Goose. And he's pretty good guy. He's got a weird voice, but it's likable. It's a weird voice, but it's a likable voice. It's not off-putting at all. and he'll talk about various people who have speedrun various games. He's done speedrunning himself. He primarily speedruns the GoldenEye 007 game for the Nintendo 64. And he's even held world records on some of the levels in the past. So, yeah, I've definitely like our White Goose and the Twitch community that's gets themselves involved in awesome games done quick. That's made me feel like, you know, I've been playing Final Fantasy for so long, and now that they've opened up things like unsynced running dungeons, it gives you really the feeling that, hey, you know what, I could probably like speedrun some dungeons myself, speedrun some levels, and see if that helps me get a presence in the world rankings. Probably not enough to get me into an awesome games done quick marathon for charity. That would be cool, sure, but I don't know if I would necessarily ever get to such a success unless I was able to speedrun like multiple games. Like I've actually been taking a look at some of the records that currently exist on some games that I've done on YouTube before, and some of them are really mind-blowingly fast. Like for example, my Eternal Sonata Let's Play took me about 35 hours to complete, and the world record holder has been able to finish it in 3 hours. Yeah, a game that I took 35 hours to complete in my Let's Play, someone has finished it in under 3 hours. Now keep in mind they were using the Xbox 360 version, which has less content. They have fewer dungeons and fewer plot. And why are you over here? Yeah, they have fewer dungeons and less plot. And yet someone still beat it in under 3 hours. Not under 3 hours, but about 3 hours. Well, thank you, iCabish. I appreciate that. That vote of confidence is greatly appreciated. And then I've noticed that the record for 80% on Final Fantasy X-2 is also around the 3 hour mark. Like that's a game I could realistically see myself legit speedrunning, but I would need to get myself the if I was really going to show it in a stream, I would need to do it with the PS3 or PS4 remake. Actually, I don't know if there is a PS4 version of the HD remaster of Final Fantasy X and X-2. I would need to look into that to see if it applied to both consoles. Would be cool though. And then I was looking at Phantasy Star, and I think that was also someone's also beat it in about 3 hours. Yeah, it seems like 3 hours for an RPG is like the magic number. But there are people who have done some popular RPGs in even less time, like people might not remember that I played Earthbound at the end of 2015, and first time playing through the game it was a blind LP, and this guy had in awesome games beat the game in under 2 hours because he was able to exploit a lot of glitches and was able to skip a lot of the challenges that you would have normally been required to go take on. And as a result, he was able to beat the game in less than 2 hours. Like, there are people who can beat the original Legend of Zelda in AGDQ in under an hour. Give you an idea of just how crazy that is, because I've never even beaten the original Legend of Zelda without using a Game Genie. Those of you who don't know what a Game Genie is, the Game Genie was the precursor to the Game Shark. It was basically a device that you could add onto your console that would allow you to set in a bunch of codes that would give you basically cheat codes. They're basically advantages to help you get through a game if you really sucked at it. Like if they made it so you could never get game over, or they made it so that you had certain power-ups. Like that's what a Game Genie did. That's how a Game Genie helped you to get through a game. And the only time I've ever beaten the original Legend of Zelda was by using Game Genie. I've never been able to beat it legit because I just suck at the original Legend of Zelda. Like, I can beat Ocarina of Time, no problem, and I beat A Link to the Past, and I beat Twilight Princess, all done on this channel. But it has been it's been over 4 years now since I've played a Legend of Zelda game on this channel. And I was actually playing it 2 years ago, but I ultimately settled on Metroid, which I do need to get back to. Yeah, so many things I need to get back to and finish. Alright, is everyone here? Yeah, step over the line there, Arcanus. We're here to see you through to the end. Yeah, it would be really cool to try my luck at speedrunning some things myself. Now, I don't know if I have to be heavily involved in Twitch to be considered for Awesome Games Done Quick. Well, obviously, I would need to have a bigger fan base to do that, among other things. Because 1,300 subscribers is good, but if I was ever going to get featured at an Awesome Games Done Quick, I would probably need a lot more. Because the people who play, who get invited to participate at Awesome Games Done Quick, they have lots of support. Like, the most notable person who participates at Awesome Games Done Quick is among the Twitch streamers, is a guy known as the Mexican Runner. And he's like the go-to guy for retro games that can be done really quickly. Like, the video that really caught my attention was, I think it was from either last year or 2 years ago. He did a co-op run of the original Contra with another speedrunner, and they beat the game in under 10 minutes. Together they beat the original Contra, which is one of the hardest games for the original Nintendo, in less than 10 minutes. Co-op. You guys gonna get those imps? Yeah, get the imps, please. Gotta kill those imps if we want to get through the end of this. Yeah, in fact, he actually holds the current world record for Cuphead as well. And there we go. The bonus is enough to get me to 70. We got it. There we go. That was enough to push me over. Yeah, I've yet to try, though, if I can actually be able to play Cuphead on my PC. Because I am still thinking about doing that for March. But to do so, like, I need to get a Steam account first of all, and then I need to download the game. But if I could, that would be wonderful. Because I want to play Cuphead so bad, and sadly, it is not available for PS4. Which sucks. Okay, since I'm level 70, this is now available to me. Also go ahead and add the other armors that I have currently. Include my 350 belt. Thanks to the Sigma Scape. Yeah, what experience level or what item level am I gonna be at? Slinging Ring of Fending and Scalic Ring of Fending puts me at 329. And thanks to the introduction of the Glamour Plate, I can now choose whatever glamour I want without burning a bunch of glamour prisms. I was a bit hasty though with it, and I accidentally used the Glamour Plate on my Dragoon leggings, my current Dragoon leggings, and so I had to spend the weekend doing roulettes that would get me enough tomestones to get that pair of leggings back, and I had to run Rabanastre again to enhance them. So yeah, that was a bit of a frustration, but at least I got it remedied and rectified. Oh, what? Actually, no, I did not. Actually, no, I did not. Oh, stupid thing. Yeah, I wanna thank Scala for giving me a 70 as a Dark Knight. I mean, look at my HP, 53,297. Like, I know that's with Scala presence, so obviously it's a little higher. But still, I'm grateful that Scala came with me on the journey to the 70. Alright, so we're gonna break off from Scala for now. Because yeah, we got things to do. Namely, getting the 70 challenge done. That though, we're going to make a run back to Gridania. So yeah, there are some things that I must do before we embark on the journey. Not the least of which includes exchanging my sword for seals, the one that I've been using for the entire set of 60s. Plus, I think I can go over to the squadron as well to see if they're doing okay. Or can I? Yes, I can. But yeah, I'm so used to doing for looking for my gear normally that it just never occurs to me to look for the recommended. Alright, let's go over and see if we can't exchange some of this stuff. I can also exchange some minerals, as well as some cotton. I do need to make it a point to take on the challenges as well from the for the this because I haven't done those yet. Okay, something else I will do as well. Falling under gloves of scouting, get rid of those. As well as the aiming and maiming. Because yeah, I'm not gonna get close to those numbers. Also don't need the Ring of Slaying. Just to make sure... Okay. Alright, so since I don't need these 3 things of fending. I might as well just exchange them. I guess I can also get rid of these things. Yeah, all the R-hat stuff. I have a lot more of it than I thought I did. But it will certainly lighten the load. And finally, my Dark Knight sword. Actually, for that matter, I should also exchange this axe. There we go. Yeah, that was a lot of seals that I just exchanged. I mean, a lot. Also, I don't want to get caught with my pants down. That would be embarrassing. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak with the squadron sergeant. Hello there, sir. How do we do? We succeeded and got 9 materia. I approve of this result. So yeah, where will we send the squadron next? Well, we have time to get this cleared off. I don't need mages as much. Like, I know I could keep Gota on just to get a chance at the materia, but they need attackers. And plus, Epitomi does not need to be on board for this either. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give this to Kumokiri, and there's our quartet for the next squadron mission. Thank you, Sergeant. Yeah, thanks for doing so, Yami. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Okay, so I need to go remember which quest I need to do, or rather where I need to go do it. Oh yeah, it's okay. I think I have to go back to Ishgard. And we'll go from there. Well, the day is bright, apparently. Yeah, the sun came out today for the people of Ishgard, but where we're going is going to be very dark indeed. Because Mist has already stated that once we're done this quest, he is going to die. And meanwhile, Sudirgu and Riel, of course, have their opinions on what's going on. Yeah, Mist needs this quest done, but he has not returned to us after the 68 because I guess he's trying to do some soul searching before we embark on our final journey. So yeah, let's go ahead and speak with Sudirgu to take on the level 70 Dark Knight Stormblood challenge entitled Our Compromise. You knew from the first that there was only one way this could end. God damn it, Mist! We're going to track him down and make him return the remainder of the ether he stole from you, aren't we? He said that when this was finished not to remain of him. Bloody vague and ominous to say the least. We just have to press him for answers when we find him. You last saw him at Roga's reaching Girabanya, yes? We'll start there. I'm going to, and I won't take no for an answer.
Sid's gotten better, but he's a long way from fully recovered. Besides, you'll need someone else to help you do the talking. Sid's no good at it.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, so Digger just shrugs like, whatever. Gotta gather information in Rolgar's reach. Alright. And that is where we shall go. Well, that's crazy that she's maxed out on seals, because I'm still using mine. I still use my grain company seals frequently to buy items that could be used for sale on the market board. Plus, they also give you ventures, and they can also give you glamour prisms now. As well as glamour dispellers, but I don't think many people are going to need glamour dispellers anymore. Certainly not with the way that the glamour plate has been introduced. Okay, so we have made it into the Rolgar's Reach settlement. Let's go find our 3 people of interest to speak with in order to find out where Mist could possibly be and if he ever set foot in here. Yeah, someone at the front gates should be able to know if he saw someone like Mist. Looking for a young boy with long hooped blue hair, you say? Reckon I would remember someone like that if they were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with a fellow before me during the Changing the God as we do, and he made no mention of anyone matching that description either. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're not up to a good start as far as trying to find people who could give us crucial information. Who's over here? A resistance beast tamer, huh? Well, there's certainly no lack of beasts around this place. What's that? Looking for that boy too, are you? Oh, you know about him? I was watching some birds late the other night when I hear someone skulking about behind me. Forgive me, I hear him saying, before he runs off and disappears into the dark. Then I realize it's quiet. Too quiet, Sleeping birds make noise, and mine ain't, 'cause they're dead, every last one of them. No wounds or any other obvious marks, but there they lay, like the life was sucked right out of them. I don't know how or why he did it, but there's no denying that he did. I demand recompense. If you find him, bring him to me. What did he do? And was it actually something he actually did, or is the tamer just pinning it on him? Meanwhile, over here at the infirmary...
Oh yes, I remember the long-haired boy. Very curious with many questions about the nature of ether. He conversed with one of the Adder Conjurers for a time. I know not what they discussed, but from his expression, I gathered it was important.
Well, maybe that helps us find something to accomplish. So yeah, the last time we tried to help Mist do one of his corporeal summonings, it did not go over so well. In fact, there have been a couple of occasions where it is not panned out for poor Mist. Wait a minute. Where are those two? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I get off my chocobo, suddenly you 3 appear. Our inspector returns. Tell us, have you learned aught of Mist's whereabouts? Well, I can tell you this. Seen conversing with the conjurer, and possibly killing... Not sure what to make of that, though we can be sure he stayed here for a time. But perhaps no longer. We learned but moments ago from Giro here, that a boy matching Mist's description was seen leaving the Reach. He is for the peaks, and so we are. Alright then, to the peaks we go.
I get the feeling he may be making his way for the ziggurat. That might seem like the kind of place that someone in Mist's position would go. And if he isn't there quite yet. But let's catch up with Sudoku and Riel. Oh my. Was this your doing, Sudoku? Yeah. Dead birds. What's going on? Yeah, and you're wounded again. No visible injuries. No bleeding. Aye, it is as Riel says. These beasts died for no discernible reason. Just like the chocobos that man in the reach claims Mist somehow killed. So what do we come up with? But it doesn't add up. Other than his singular magic, Mist was utterly helpless. Unless he was always capable of this. But we know the answer already. He stole your ether when we first met.
Even if he could do it, even if he did do it, why?
Yeah, we're still trying to make sense of it. We'll ask him when we find him. And this time, you let me do the talking. Search the east. Riera and I will head south. We'll meet in between, and if we find not, and if we do, either you will come to our aid, or we to yours. Search the last forest for Mist. Let's go ahead and head along the trail. We have a destination, but we do not have a white glow. As you survey your surroundings, you observe not out of the ordinary, but on the edge of the hearing, you hear whisper to the southwest. And away we go. Does our level 70 challenge take place on these grounds? No, but we see more corpses. We see more dead birds. Oh, and here's Sudoku, and Riel's flat on her back. And there's Mist. Actually, that's not Mist. That's Mist behind him. Well, who is this lady? I think... No, that does not look like, Riel's mother. No, Riel's mother, I think, looked different. This storyline is so confusing. Anyway, enable Grit and Dark Side, and stand by to duel. Because, yeah, Mist is surrounded by darkness. 7 hells. I hate being right. On your guard. Mist has shown his true colors. The ether, or whatever else he took from those beasts, has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his earlier warnings, conjuring another simulacrum wasn't the end of him. And of all the wonderful people he had to pluck from our memories, he chose the street to Caligno. So he did revive Riel, the spirit of Riel's mother. He knows why we're here, and this is his answer. He summoned the monster that haunts Riel in her dreams and made us screaming from our bed.
Forgive me, Sid, but you gave me no choice.
What do you mean? Like, yeah, say your name or say your real name, or there's always a choice. Like, I wanna know who you really are.
Shall I ask you the same? Who holds the reins? Though it matters not. We are complicit, you and I. Can you even remember why you came here? Can you even remember how many you killed? How many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal are carved the sins of Dark Knight's past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming, without end. Justice is an excuse. Nobility is a lie. Murder is murder.
And though we are most definitely not without fault, it is this cruel, different world which has made murderers of us all. We need suffer no longer. Let's not make these broken souls whole, one by one. And the truth is much more. A world beyond pain and suffering, anguish and despair. A world beyond death. A world where we never need bid farewell to our dearest friends.
And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world of yours? How much ether will you consume to see it through? Bloody self-righteous sophistry from a mewing whelp.
Oh, sorry there, Noak. But welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us.
So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with similar crowd of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy? Well, you're right about one thing, I'll grant you that. This world is brutal, uncaring, without logical justice. No justice but that which we make for ourselves, and I'll be damned if I give it up so you can force your illusions upon us to assuage your guilt.
Did you not find comfort in reunion with your master? Even though you knew it was a lie, did it not help you to unburden your soul? To find a measure of peace in this madness? I am not your enemy. Not then or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to do my duty. It's never too late to turn back. You're still a good person. You can still be a good person.
I think we've given an answer. Yeah.
So this is your answer. Maybe you cannot accept what needs to be done, but I can. Goodbye.
Yeah, I guess we know what we gotta do now. Put your game face on and let's duel. Yeah, put your game face on and let's duel. Yeah, I don't think I can be harmed by anyone else. No, it's all on me. So either I succeed or I fail. And what are you doing hiding back here? Yeah, you won't escape that easily. Yeah, you call this a cure? This is not a cure. This isn't even a pretty cure. Not even remotely close. Oh, I've almost got you. But who comes next? Because, yeah, it does not say duty complete yet. There still has to be more. Do we finally get to fight Mist now? What have you got for me next? Ilberd? Oh, you are vicious. And Livia? And Raitaten? Yeah, you talk about an unholy trinity.
So many broken by this world. And then by you. So many. Roby tied the man who stands opposed to the weapon of light, for death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Roby tied the man who stands with the weapon of light, for death will be his reward. Death... You just said that, Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers, and what remains What remains is us. Only us and the memory of our sin. To walk this path is to suffer, to sacrifice.
Yeah, so there you go. Are you going to say something? Or is we all actually going to come around? Well, because our eyes did open. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Or justice demands no less, or I tire of this charade. Justice demands no less, I guess. Because, yeah, I don't tire of this charade. Oh, wow. I just one-shotted them all.
Serve, save, slave, slay. I've sins aplenty, aye, but regrets, not so much. And if he wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could you possibly have? A house divided cannot stand, you know. This childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven hells is that?
You don't remember Frey?
A compromise, I suppose. Our dear friend here refused to let me take the reins, but I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tries to do whatever it is he was trying to do. No hard feelings about White Room, eh? Promise not to stab you in the back. It'll be just like old times.
Yeah, it's too dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Our Dark Knight needs a sword. Take mine.
Yeah, pick it up, Frey. Yeah, Miss is getting scared.
No, no, this is wrong. This is all wrong.
You about to lose control?
I offer you peace, restitution, a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think that a reckoning will be postponed indefinitely.
And now they're bringing the Heavens Ward and the Warriors of Darkness. It's like, how many more are you gonna bring back?
When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today will not be the day, and you will not be the judge.
I'm ready when you are. 2 Warriors of Darkness, 2 Guards of the Heavens Ward, and Mist. I'm game, how about you? Just point me in the right direction, and we'll go to town. Yeah, you deal with the Heavens Ward, then I'll come and pay you a visit over there. Oh, now you're bringing more Heavens... And yeah, you're bringing more Heavens Ward guards. Don't worry, Frey. You deal with Jean Lanou. Yeah, we'll deal with some of the other random members of the Heavens Ward that we never actually met directly. But hey, we'll kill off Cherubert and Grenot. Heck, we'll even deal with the Magus also. Yeah, you can all be on the receiving end of that move. And I need to get my MP back. Yeah, a little time to bizzle drain helps. So, little kitty, I gotta kill ya. Oh! Yeah, and Sir Zephyrin also. Very elaborate titles they gave the members of the Heavens Ward. It's a shame we never got to see all of them. Ooh. Yeah, you take care of them on one side, I'll take care of them on the other side. Oh, look out. Alright then, Zephyrin, I'll give you a few hits. Then come back over here. Like... Yeah, it's like, where are you going? Well, I can see what you're doing. You're chasing me relentlessly. I know that those are lances that are gonna cross. Yeah, I hope that your healing spells that be there for you. We need them all. Yeah, just carve through these guys. Yeah, wherever you think you're going, you're not going to get very far. Mr. Delusionist. How fitting of a title. Alright, let's deal Sir Zephyrin a very painful farewell. Just don't run through the AoE deliberately, man. And running. Yeah, you're gonna chase me with AoE circles. You can see where the light is going. How odd they use the ultimate weapons theme for this. So yeah, once we get rid of Evo, I believe we'll be able to claim victory. And meanwhile, you can have Bloodspiller and Quietus. Yeah, of course, while it's silent, but I'm still being chased. Where though? Here. The impenetrable veil that finishes off. We've won the challenge! Victory's ours! And I'm being raided by an angel, apparently. Divine intervention comes as we are claiming victory in the level 70 Dark Knight challenge. And well, hello there to Killer Panda, Eat Pap, Legends Overlord, Emily Fishy, David Clemo, The Division 454, and Angel of CR Gaming. Welcome to you all. Welcome to Let's Play Novaura Autism, and thank you for coming to join me this evening. Yeah, you just tuned in just in time for the grand finale to this challenge. We just claimed victory in the Dark Knight level 70 challenge here in Final Fantasy XIV. But yes, Angel, thank you so much for seeing me and coming to find me. I'm grateful to meet you, and it's nice to welcome you and your friends and viewers to my channel. I'm very grateful. Forgive me. Forgive me. I ask, I beg, I pray, but it never comes. Oh, we made him cry. And I think we can put our long swords away now. Again, they go to join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Yeah. And apparently Frey's gonna join you too. Well, he has to. Such is our lot. Such is the fate of all who are born, to suffer and to die. Do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden. It should. But what of the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? He's looking at you like, give me an answer! They do!
in our hearts and our souls and our memories. No one likes having to say goodbye, but it's a part of life. That's what makes the time we share together so precious. You can't obsess over the mistakes of the past or you'll lose sight of the future, of the people still with us who need us more than ever.
The greater strength is born of the flame in the abyss.
Yeah, there I am standing with my Odin armor on, looking at him.
Listen to my voice. Listen to a heartbeat. Listen. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you.
Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. So, this is it. One last parting. One final farewell. After a fashion.
And finally you have a smile on your face.
In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, think of me and I will be with you. Always. For where else can I go? Who else could I love but you?
And off the two go. Yeah, and I'm still doing my fancy, put my hand on my hips like, yeah, you be gone now. But yes, Angel, and to your viewers, thank you so much for coming to join me this evening and for doing a raid. Like, I have not had a raid from someone in forever. I'm very grateful for you and your viewers' support to come join me this evening. So yeah, I will definitely return the favor in kind and check your content out and sub to you as well. Because imagine one of the main reasons you're here is because you enjoy this game too, and if then it's cool to meet up with another kindred spirit. So let's go back over to Sudoku, because even though we're going to be speaking to him, our quest is not finished yet. I wonder why that is. Hey there, Sudoku.
You'll forgive us for returning to Ishgard ahead of you. I hope I needed some time to think on everything that happened in Girobanya. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Riel. I like you, and I respect you, and I'll always be here for you if you need me.
Yeah, doing Sudoku's voice is hard.
We're fellow walkers on the path after all. And friends, I'd like to think.
And what about you, Riel?
I've been wondering, Mist appeared at the same time the Soul Crystal cracked, yes? But which happened first? And why then in there?
Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how soul crystals work? What matters is that the crystal and Matthia have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Thence comes the darkness to consume, and few hearts are bred as much as his.
Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you sit, it would be much easier for me to tend to them. You should get some rest too, Matthia. Not all wounds are so obvious.
Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Praise Harone. She's right though. No need to overdo it by running off to the next battle just yet. If you must put one foot in front of the other though, why don't you go back to where this whole down must began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany.
Return to where it began. Oh, I know where it began. The tribunal. So they want me to make a return trip to the tribunal as the sun sets here in Ishgard. Because yeah, you take your first level 30 challenge from a person near the tribunal. Apparently the checkmark is further down. It's actually at the last vigil. Why is it at the last vigil, not the tribunal? Because yeah, you take the level 30 Dark Knight's challenge from a person who's standing in front of the tribunal. But yeah, I guess this is where they mark where it all began. So, as we look upon the Sea of Ishgard, a place which has changed a lot in 2 different expansions. What troubles you, Master Griffin? Hey there, Count Edmont. Ah, but of course, 'tis bitterly cold this day. At times like these, one should be warming themselves by the fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and merchants often bring us news of your latest exploits. That said, to hear it from the hero himself would be much preferable. But there will be no expectation were you to call on us. The pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough. Rare though I expect it would be in the days to come, but your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wishes that you would. You miss me that much? Forgive me. I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age, and in working on my memoirs, I have had to reflect on the darker chapters of my life. Horschiffel lived to the fullest, and if his story is preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad of it. You will always have a place here, Matthia, for you are family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labours. The world waits for none, not even you. Well, thank you there, Count Edmond. It was good to see you again. It even puts a smile on my face to once again get a conversation with the Count himself. So with that, we'll take our 2,700 gil, get the Abyss Armor Glamours, as well as our level 70 Dark Knight ability, the Blackest Night. Creates a barrier around self that absorbs damage totaling 20% of your max HP, or around a party member that absorbs totaling 10% of your total maximum HP. Increases blood gauge by 50 when full, 20%, 10% is absorbed. Alright. And it costs 2,400 MP and has 15-second recast timer. And so with that, the Dark Knight Stormblood challenges are done. Stand strong and unified! From the depths of the abyss you hear a whisper and are filled with a warmth. That is Matthia's 4th level 70 completed. And it's hard to believe, huh? Well, let's go ahead, because yeah, we got this Abyss armor. Like, is it the same armor that is worn by Sidurgu himself? Let me go ahead and find out. Okay, so we have the Antiquated Abyss version A. Maybe not. Yeah, actually, looking at this set here, I might actually have something that resembles more of Frey's armor, actually. But I'll know it once I put the headpiece on. No, it's not like Frey's armor at all. Actually, it might be closer to Sodurgu's. I imagine this thing does have a visor emote on it. Oh. Yeah, total blackface. In fact, I want to get the camo paint around so that I can see just what that looks like. Yeah, and I thought the Odin glamour was intimidating. I mean, you like eyes. Then again, it is dark. It is dark out here. Maybe I should get to a place where there's light. Yeah, maybe I can get a little more clarity on this. Yeah, let's see if we can get a better look of the helmet that I'm currently wearing, as well as everything else. Because yeah, it definitely has the imposing factor for sure. Yeah. Like my eyes are like completely got a silver glaze over them. I can see my Mikote ears. They do play a role here. Yeah, I think I found myself a brand new Dark Knight glamour. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Odin glamour. Like the Odin armor is amazing, but I think this takes it to another level. Like that is a cool set. It is very much a cool set. Alright, so now that we got that taken care of, I think I'm gonna do a I think I'm just gonna do a trial roulette and then call it a night. Because yeah, I'm not really sure what else I could do before the reset takes place tomorrow. But yeah, that's so cool to get rated for the first time in a long time, because yeah, last year I was so used to getting rated by FAM. It's a shame FAM doesn't do raids anymore. It's a shame that FAM doesn't do raids anymore, because it would have been nice to see if he was still would have still been doing that. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, while that's loading, I want to go over to Angel's channel. She did pretty well to pull this many people for a raid. But yeah, I'll definitely say that we're going to return the favor for her. So yeah, if you would please return the favor for Angel of CR Gaming and sub to her channel too, because apparently she is streaming herself. and was able to bring in quite a lot of people, which I'm very impressed and appreciative of. Oh great, we ended up at the mandatory wipe challenge, Thorn March. Oh man, who's gonna be the one who screws us over this time? Yeah, at this point, having played Thorn March so many times, I know someone is going to sabotage us. The only thing is, we don't know who it's gonna be. Who's gonna have our blood on everyone else's hands? Also, the Dark Knight should not be in this current situation because of the fact that you have to pass through this challenge in order to even become a Dark Knight in the first place. Yeah, of course, we've all been here before. It's like, why is it taking so long for the Dark Knight to do their thing? What if we got away before he could get me with the AoE? Music speeds up as Wave 2 comes in. Main focus is the Black Mage. Then we'll come over here to the top of the screen and pick a fight with the Bard. But even more, he'll already be dead by the time we get to him. Well, it seems like our group is effective and efficient. But I've seen effective and efficient groups screw up too. Hit all the things. Other than the king. Other than the king. Yeah, please hit all the things. King. And down he goes. One more to go. It's a shame you can't stun him out officially. And there we go. Alright, time for the lackeys to summon their king. Yeah, apparently everyone wants to do the Mandeville to celebrate the king's arrival. But I know exactly who to put on, and it's not gonna be you. Change the overhead view. Go. Alright, starts smacking the crap out of Moogles. I'd say we're off to a good start. Ooh. But I'll have a bad finish if I end up getting on the wrong end of that. Okay, where's the healer? I can't really tell, actually. Yeah, because, yeah, people are crossing the streams. I don't even know where the healer is. Like, are they dead already? Did we kill the healer off that fast? Yeah, must though, because I don't see them. Yeah, they're dead. Still don't kill. Oh, they're enough to Moogles, okay, kill. Alright, fine, I'll jump in and limb break. And stand on pollen while I do it. Put him out of the slime, man. A lance up your butt. Hands up your furry butt. And down he goes, and victory is ours. Oh, this is the healer's staff. Or either the healers want it. Yeah, one of them did. But yeah, there we go. Check that one off the list. Yeah, I'd say that went over really well. So now, yep, there we go. 4 70s. Like, I'm really trying to wrap my hand around the fact that we actually have 4 70s now completed. In fact, I know this is... I know we've only been going about an hour and a half. I'm going to extend this a little longer because I want to see the minor and botany challenges for Stormblood, the initial ones. So, one of them is back over in... Actually, they're both over in Ishgard. Because the miner is over at the Forgotten Knight. The botanist is over near the Sky Steel Manufactory. Oh, is that guy no longer there? Oh, neither is the botanist. Ooh. Okay, where would I go? I guess I would go back to the... I guess I go back to Ul'dah then? For the miner? I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Hey there, Winter, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, did I already complete both of these? And it turns out I have, so I've got to go back to Ul'dah and Gridania. So when we go to meet again with the Guildmaster of the Miners Guild, Adalberta. Young lady, it has been too long since we spoke with you. Let's go ahead and take your level 60 Stormblood Miner Challenge, entitled Gift of the Gob. Adalberta would like to entrust the Guild's brightest star with a new job. Ah, Matthia, I hear you did good work assisting Oshon's raiders with the mineral survey. That letter of thanks sent to the guild from Count Vorton himself was quite flattering. Then again, that's the kind of praise I would expect from the man who bested Wide Gully. Of course, that's not to say you can just rest on your laurels now. There's a small manufactory in Idleshire searching for a miner to help with their work. And perfect. Their goal is specific enough that I imagine they'll be wanting you to procure some fairly rare minerals. Honestly, if you don't take the job, I don't know if we have anyone else up to the task. Speak to Lynette if you're interested. Thank you there, Miss Adalberta. So over to receptionist Lynette. Young lady, how are you? Heading to Idleshire, are we? Excellent. I took the liberty of preparing your guild papers in advance. The client for this job is a Lalafell by the name of Novaura. Hand him these documents and he will see to it that you're well briefed on the task at hand. The best of luck to you. Thank you. Idleshire, huh? Idleshire it is then. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get on with my level 60 gear, but actually not. This isn't all 60 gear. Like some of this stuff is still 58.
Yeah, it does need to be improved upon. Okay, so where is this person? Oh, there you are. Yeah, in the driving rain wearing a goblin mask. What's up with this?
Novaura? Well, yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
These. I've come to give them to you, sir.
Oh, you're the one that they sent from the Miners Guild, are you? My apologies, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Well, that's how Aetherite travel works.
Right, yes, the job. Let me show you to the main factory. Chief Stickquicks is no doubt chomping at the bit to explain everything to you.
Alright. So did you get, like, taken in by these goblins or something? But yeah, perhaps I should not be surprised that this is your place of business. Even says in the name very appropriately. Alright, let's meet with the goblin himself.
Would I be correct in assuming you are the miner the guild has sent? Splendid, splendid. Just a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You're like, ah!
I run this humble manufactory, leading my workers as we push the very boundaries of technology to their utmost limits. Would be terribly rude if I inquired as to why you look so shocked. I would imagine that this is our miner friend's first time meeting a goblin quite as eloquent as you, sir.
Yeah, because we're accustomed to confronting Illuminati.
Ah, sharp as ever, my dear Novaura. This line of work frequently requires me to interact with other races, such as yourself, and I frankly found Cubby speak a ghastly hindrance to busy deals. Sorry, business. This spurred me on to work tirelessly to master the common tongue. After all, when you have chosen to devote your life to pushing the very boundaries of tech... Wait, I've already told you this, haven't I? Simply put, we aim to further technology in Eorzea by harnessing the knowledge and expertise of both man and goblin alike. We requested your help as we find ourselves in need of minerals to aid our work. To be more specific, we're currently in the midst of a certain project. No need to be in so direct, young one. The project you speak of is the Novaura, a vehicle designed to aid our dream of one day reclaiming the Shawnian ruins. They may be overrun with beasts for the moment, but that should not stop us from expanding the borders of our beloved Idleshire. Terribly sorry to trouble you, old boy, but do you think you're up to gathering the various minerals we require?
I believe I could do that.
Terrific! I must admit, I had fretted that you might refuse us for a moment there. Now that we know you are willing, I shall have the team introduce themselves to you.
And Novaura was among them? Okay. So we all dress like with these crazy masks. Name's Crystal. I've been taught with Mike in the Golden Bro Lazana. Looking forward to working with you, Mr. Miner. My name's Zansai, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I have been laboring of late to create the machine's interior. Most excited to see what Rito delights bring you to our workshop. And that's for you?
I go by Foqueda, and together with Christian, I've been working together to design the armor that will adorn our dear Novaura. I have to say, for a miner, you look like you can hold your own very well. Something tells me we'll get along just fine. My Gobby's name is Stackblocks, and Stackblocks is swearly working to make Novaura insides. Uplander's hen landing is appreciated muchly. And I do believe that is everyone. Novaura will answer any questions you may have pertaining to our work schedule. As the chief says, I'm the one in charge of managing this project. One of the perks of it being his number one apprentice. At any rate, I feel this is a conversation best continued outside. Christian said it best when he described the manufactory as being hotter than Ifrit's bottom.
Yeah, because who knows what comes out of there. So there won't be actual mining required to complete this quest. It's just basically an intro to the people that I'm working with.
So whenever I want to do anything with this group, I just come back here.
Ah, much nicer out here, don't you think?
Yeah, in the rain? Sure.
Well, that's about everything I had planned for today. I do hope you enjoyed meeting everyone. Work will start properly the next time you're able to visit. In the meantime, I'll be keeping busy organizing a list of which minerals we require most urgently. Make sure to keep your pickaxe nice and sharp.
Very well, so, yeah, 451,000 experience points just for talking to people, as well as 1,400 gil, plus new fire crystals, earth crystals, and a commercial survival manual. Stand strong and unified! So we can take the 63 now, but I'm going to leave that for another time. Instead, we're going to go back now to Gridania and take the 60 Stormblood Botanist quest. Yeah, 451,000 experience points just for talking to people. Not a bad day's work. I always wonder how they come to their numbers of how many points to give a quest. That's always something that intrigued me. How do they come up to that? How do they come up with those equations? So let's swap out my pickaxe for a regular axe. And go to the Botanist Guild. Thankfully, no rain around here. So let's go over to Fufucha, the guildmaster here at the Botanist Guild. Yeah, it's been a while since we talked with Miss Fufucha. Young lady, how are you? Let's go ahead and take your level 60 Stormblood Botanist Challenge entitled Never Meet Your Heroes. Fufucha would like to hear what you think of a certain town.
Ah, Matthia, nice to see you once again. There was actually something I had planned meaning to ask you. Are you familiar with a place named Idleshire?
I just came from there. Yeah, let me tell you all about it. There's this group of people with creepy goblin masks that they wear, including a couple of Rogadin and a creepy male Eorzea.
A town where a man and goblin coexist in harmony, you say? Fascinating. I ask because we've just received a request from someone there for our services, and I've been at a loss as to whether or not to accept it. However, your words have cleared any fragment of doubt that once dwelt in my mind. You may have heard that those articles in the Raven inspired a great number of would-be botanists to take up the hatchet. While I'm grateful for their help, I've had little cause to do any work myself, and I do worry I may have become rusty as a result.
So what do you have in mind? Yeah, like, oh no!
Matthia, would it trouble you to accompany me on this job? You handle your previous work in the Sleep Clouds with dedication, and I would certainly feel much more assured working in unfamiliar territory were you by my side. What say you?
I think we're down for that.
You have my thanks, Matthia! My anxiety has given way to boundless excitement. It has been quite some time since I had the chance to study a new area's flora. Let us make our way to Idleshire. The appeal for our aid came from a lady named Edith. She bid we visit her at Green Grub Mudplots should we be willing to help.
Green Grub Mudplots, huh? Well, you know what that means. We're throwing ourselves back into the storm. Yeah, we thought it was going to be dry. No, we're going back into the rain. Yeah, we go into a rainstorm, going to a place that's basically a furnace, then we go back out into the rain, then we go into a dry place that has no heat whatsoever, and now we're going to a place back to the place that was wet again. It's like, game, why? Why? Alright, back into the rain in Idleshire. And so who is this we're going to... Well, whoever they are clearly on the other side. But I believe we can get around. Yeah, we can. Into the mud plots. Who knows, maybe one day a housing district will emerge. And you're a female. Alright. I wasn't sure, judging by the name, because the name is almost spelled like Edith. But the way that they are spelling it here is like Ugh. This is gonna be hard to say. Hello there, young lady.
Well met. I'm assuming you were sent by the Botanist Guild. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be Matthia Griffin, would you?
That's who I am.
By the 12, it is you! I've read all about how you valiantly defied the Holy See, proving that Geisel Greens thought to be native to Ishgal hail from the Near East. Oh, I feel all tingly just recalling your brave. You are truly an inspiration to the botanist of the realm of Matthia. Oh, how lucky I am that Norfolk should see fit to bless me with this, the most precious moments of my life.
Well, I've certainly got you excited.
My apologies, this is just so emotional. I can't believe any of it is truly happening. Perhaps if I were to get your signature, I would have proof of that. Now snap out of it, Edith. Remember what happened the last time you were overly forward? Now where was I? Yes, thank you for making the journey. I must admit I was expecting a party of two.
Well, don't worry, my companion is on her way.
I see. A rather orthodox approach, but the botanist technique stands up to close inspection.
So I guess Fufucha's already surveying the scene. Yep. Yeah, she's already checking stuff out.
And it is precisely this fact that has me perplexed. Based on this evidence, I would say the botanist looking after this area has a good understanding of nature as anyone in our guild. Why should they want for our help? Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. Would you happen to be a friend of Matthia's? Thrilled to meet you. To address your query, our problem here has more to do with quantity than quality. Quantity? Considering Idleshire's size, I would not imagine you should struggle to meet demand as things currently stand. No, that's not quite what I meant. As you say, there's more than enough here to supply Idleshire. The real issue is that we wish to branch out and trade with other cities. I suppose it actually concerns both quantity and quality now that I think of it. You see, I created green grub mud plots using the seeds of specifically cultivated crops made by Charlian botanists, but there's only so much an absolute novice such as myself can achieve. I'm clueless as how I can better the quality of these crops. While I do understand your plight, I would be less inclined to refer to the creator of the mud plots as an absolute novice. Do you not think you are being somewhat overly humble? No, not at all. I'm self-taught after all. How can I be anything but a novice when I was taught by one? My work could never be compared to that of officially recognized botanists such as yourselves. I have been attempting to cultivate a new kind of crop that can be used for trade, but alas, I am as green as the mud plots themselves. Nothing I try seems to succeed. And that is why you sought our help. Well, I for one am most inclined to grant you our aid. What say you, Matthia? Are you of a similar mind?
Yeah, I think we're in agreement on this, both.
Are you sure? You're not just taking pity on me, are you? Frankly, even if you are, I shall accept it. Thank you both so much. This brings to mind that time that we both found ourselves in Carthus, does it not? As I've always said, the botanist's calling is not to control nature, but rather to accept it and nurture it so that we might mutually benefit from one another. I must say it has been quite some time since anything has had me this eager. I've already collected a sample of the soil here and should quite like to take it back to the guild. It's about time I set formulating a plan of...
Alright, so I guess she's off to... back to, the guild in Gridania again. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and complete this challenge with Edith.
Knowing I can count on the guild's help is a great comfort. Though I would like to know, just who was your knowledgeable companion?
You mean you didn't know?
herself for future? Good heavens, to think she would ever see fit to lend an ear to my petty problems. I am not worthy.
Yeah, how excited she must be.
My apologies, I have a habit of getting caught up in my own little world sometimes. At any rate, with you two on my side, I cannot see how we could possibly fail. And if we somehow do, it will undoubtedly be entirely my fault. Actually, before you go, would you mind if I asked you something else? Are you the same adventurer that helped the treasure hunters gain access to St. Mosian's Arboretum?
Oh, so you can get bonus dialogue also. Oh, yes, I did.
I knew it! Sonny himself regaled me with stories of your bravery. You have my sincerest thanks. With your two help, we could have never created the mud plots. It's noticeably improved the food supply situation here in Idleshire. Sonny really sums up our gratitude best when he refers to you as Saint Matthia.
Oh, that's being a bit much there. I'm no saint, I'm just a warrior of light.
It's just a shame I'm so bloody useless, really. We never stood a chance of cultivating anything worthwhile with just me involved. Well, I suppose that's everything for now. I've decided to wait for word from Fufucha instead of making any rash decisions on my own.
And so with that, we'll go ahead and take our another 450,000 experience points, plus some ice crystals, lightning crystals, and another commercial survival manual. Stand strong and unified! And so just like with the miners, we can take the 63 botanist skill challenge now if we want to, but we're not. We're gonna save that for another time, and we're gonna bring this stream to an end because, yeah, we're getting close to 2 hours, and we've certainly accomplished a lot here tonight, including getting Matthia to a full-fledged level 70 Dark Knight. And in addition to that, we got to check out the intro to the miner and botanist challenges in Stormblood that we can look forward to. And with Edith on her own, well, yes, it's certainly a stark contrast, isn't it? We have Edith just by herself, and then we have that quirky group that Stick Kicks has with him, all wearing goblin masks, the two Rogadins, the Eorzea, and the Lalafell. Yeah, it could not be more of a contrast for Stormblood between the miners and the botanists as far as the intro to their quests, and who we're going to be dealing with as far as taking on these challenges. If anything else, I will definitely need to upgrade my gear before I start moving on to getting these things taken care of as far as these challenges are concerned. But tomorrow is going to be another time when a level 70 will be hit, but it'll be for Corinne, as we will White Knight or not her White Knight, her White Mage. Yeah, White Knight should be a warrior class here in Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, and now I'm thinking of White Knight Chronicles as a result. A game I haven't touched in nearly 5 years, and yet a game that made me got to a debut on YouTube. Oh man, I need to get back to playing that game sometime, I just miss it so much. But yeah, for now, we'll bring this evening to a close. Oh, Jess, you just missed out on your between classes right now? Well, yeah, I guess it's a good thing you're picking us up between class, or between your classes, because, yeah, we're about to finish the stream this evening. But yeah, we're going to be picking it up again tomorrow when Corinne takes on her White Mage Challenge, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys then. So, a big special thanks to CR Angel of Gaming for doing her raid and inviting her viewers to come raid me tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Please click on the link in the chat that I posted just earlier before I started taking on the Minor Botanist Challenge. Sub to her channel, and please return the gratitude that I will definitely be returning to her once the stream is done. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight's edition of A Day in the Life of Tales of Eorzea here in Final Fantasy XIV. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow with another Final Fantasy stream. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.